Welcome to our guest room. Why don't you take a look around, and then afterwards I will share some of the bits and details that helped pull this national park themed room together. So this room is our guest room slash office, and it has been a little bit of a mess for a while, but then we were having guests back-to-back weekends. Matt's cousin was coming one weekend, and then my cousin was coming the weekend after that. So it was kind of the catalyst or the inspiration for me to go ahead and put this room kind of together. And as I started doing that, I started pulling together this national parks theme, which Matt and I have been really into national parks this year, and I've been wanting to kind of do a national parks themed room for a while, but I didn't really think that I had anything to do it with. Turns out I had everything to do it with. We spent less than $80 on this room. I will share with you the things that we did buy, but unfortunately, most of these things I just pulled from around the house, which I mean isn't unfortunate for us because we saved money, but if you guys want to recreate something similar to this, you might have to just get a little bit creative because that's what I had to do. So we're just going to start here at the door and go around, and I will show all of the little things that helped pull this room together. So right here, when you first come in, to your left is this really awesome National Parks calendar. I actually bought Matt one of these for his birthday for the office. So he took his to the office, but then for Hanukkah, Matt's sister and brother-in-law got us one also. So I got to have one here at home, and I didn't have to just let Matt take it to the office and never get to see it again. Down underneath here we have an extra dining room chair. They are scattered throughout our house because they don't all fit in the dining room. And then on it I have this backpack, which actually isn't, like, I've tried to use it as a backpack and it's just really inconvenient, but it's cute. It has the Sierra Club logo. I think that Matt told me his dad got it years and years and years ago when he donated to the Sierra Club or something. I'm not quite sure. But so it was nature and not exactly national parks, but the Sierra Club is close enough. So I put it on this chair. Nothing's in it right now, but I might put like a spare blanket for the bed, just shove it in there to kind of fill out the bag. And then we have this chest, which I'm not sure exactly where Matt got it, but he has had it for years. I think it might have been a family member's. I like the fact that it's kind of mid-century, which is when the national parks really exploded and became a huge destination for average Americans. So we have that there. I'm not going to open it. It's a big fat mess. And then moving on past the closet, same situation, big fat mess. We have this artwork. I asked Matt's sister if she had any art, pictures of him as a child in a national park. And she didn't, but she did have this Lake Tahoe photo. And then she sent it to me and I was like, well, that looks familiar. And here is a photo of me at Lake Tahoe, probably a few years after Matt was there, but I'm about the same age that he was in his photo. And then this is a photograph of us at Bodega Bay last fall. And then this is a Christmas ornament. And so the 3 didn't really work, but I felt like adding that little binoculars in. We bought that at Christmas time at Target, so it might come around next year, I don't know. And then I just pulled the frames out of a box of empty frames that we had laying around. If you come over here, these curtains, which the light isn't letting me really show you, but you should have seen it earlier in the earlier footage. I got it from Target for $20, I think. Anything that I bought that I can find links to, I will link down below. So we got these curtains, and then we have this prism that was my grandmother's, and it was a pair. I don't know what happened to the other one. I ended up with the chipped one, but it casts rainbows just the same. So we have that in here. And then the computer, we have our National Parks passport, which, let me just be honest, I totally staged this. This is not set like this all of the time. This is usually a big fat mess. But I was making a video, so I staged this National Parks passport. We have a few books that have to do with nature and the outdoors. I really recommend this Last Child in the Woods, even if you don't have a child. It's a really good read, and it might help you with the children in your life, just kind of inspiring them to get outside and explaining why. I bought this new mouse pad from Amazon also. Our other one was getting kind of dingy and gross, so I got this Grand Canyon one. Coming over here, I bought this shelf at Hobby Lobby. It was $35, I believe. And I made these National Park peg dolls, and they should be up in my Etsy store now. It'll be linked down below. If they are not in there when you watch this video, they will be in there within the week of you watching this video, I promise. And there's a few different varieties. Those are just 2. Down here, this is a little camera of my parents that I grabbed because it's kind of cool looking when they were going to toss it. And this is a little carved wooden bear that Matt had. I'm not sure where it came from. Down here is a little toy car, which was just cute, so I put it in. I believe it was my dad's, maybe. And then this National Parks Guide to the USA, National Geographic. This map is one of the coolest features in this room. I love it. It cost $2.50. Technically, it was a package deal with a world map also, and together the 2 of them were $5 at the Goodwill like 5 or 6 years ago. And so it was a steal, and I'm super excited that I got that years and years ago. This frame is 4 extra redwood fence boards that we had from a separate project, and I just mitered the edges and screwed it to the wall. And so each board is screwed separately. That way, in case for whatever reason, I mean, I put a lot of screws in, but if for whatever reason the screws didn't hold, only one board is gonna fall, not all of them. I figured that was a little bit safer. Here's Teddy. We got him last October at the shelter. Hey, sweet boy. I know, Mama's making a joke. He has been helping me film this morning. Scout Girl is not banished. She is still equally loved. I know that Teddy's been in a lot more photographs on Instagram and in YouTube videos, I think. But Scouty Girl is just sleeping. Teddy seems to like his picture taken a little bit more than Scout does. Like Scout, you have to catch her. Teddy poses a little bit better, which is why Teddy ends up in more Instagrams and more YouTube videos. So I just wanted everyone who knows and loves Scout not to think that she's been pushed aside. She is still queen of the fluffy pillows in this household. So moving along, this is an American flag. Matt got it at like a hardware store last year, so we had it laying around. This is like a horn of some sort, like you can blow into it. My father got it at Disneyland like back in the 60s, and it was in my grandmother's attic for years, and then one year I just one time I just stole it. And it's been laying around, so I put that up. And then down on this shelf, we had a picture frame just kind of laying around. And I used it to do our Wi-Fi password with the quote that is above the archway to the entrance of Yellowstone. And I figured it was a good quote for Wi-Fi password because the internet is for the benefit and enjoyment of the people who visit our house. This lamp was my grandmother's. She had it actually sitting next to the prism on her bedside table. It was also a pair. I don't know what happened to the other one. But so I have this one. This little bison we got last year from a Etsy shop called The Wooden Caterpillar. I will link them below. And this coaster of Joshua Tree came from the Oakland Museum. I'm sure you can get it at a lot of different museums. This table I made years and years and years ago. There is a YouTube video of it. It may have been the way you found my channel because it's my most watched video, but I'll link it down below. And then we have that little suitcase down below. If you have any questions on how I put this room together or about anything that I didn't share in the video that I forgot to mention, please let me know down in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this video and we will see you guys next Thursday. Bye. Daddy, you gonna say bye? Bye. Bye. Daddy, you're supposed to be patriotic.